Alright guys, sorry about that. Massive technical glitch right there. Got booted out of the entire race. But we are here at lap 8 out of 18, so hopefully should pick up where we left off. Maybe not, we missed about 10 minutes of action, but hopefully we can catch up. We have a sector 2 yellow flag right here, and compared to the starting grid order, we have Tariq Rahman, who's in first, followed by, who I'm going to call Pataka. I'm really sorry dude for mucking up your name. In second, looks like he made up a couple of positions, and then followed by Ashwin Lakhwani, who is in third. Now, alright, let's see if we have any battles building down the order. Sorry about that guys, we missed about 8 laps, we missed the start again. It looks like I'm cursed from Albert Park, where I'm destined to miss the start of all races thanks to the glitchy internet. But let's see if we have any exciting races any exciting battles building up here. It looks like we have a battle between I'm guessing his name is Pratik, I'm sorry. We have a battle between Pataka and Ashwin Lakhwani. Alright, let's follow these two and see what's what. Coming their way up to the Senna S's, and then right here again up to the Curve of the Sun, Curve at the Sol. Now, let's not forget, I think it was 2017 where Verstappen brilliantly displayed his race pace in the rain. He was the rain master. That's when really people started to really take notice and say, you know what, Verstappen's really got the chops potentially of being a future world champion. And we have 2 Red Bulls here in contention. So is this a repetition or recreation? Let's see if the spirit of Verstappen sticks with either of them, and let's see if they can make up any places. But it looks like Ashwin Lakhwani here has made up quite a significant amount of distance from about 1.5 seconds at the start of the lap to less than a second, but of course taking it nice and gingerly there in 4th gear, and then making his way up to the duckbill, slowest part of the track, and blasting down Marhulo. But of course it's really hard to take it flat out now in these conditions. Junkao here, the junction is very unforgiving if you don't get it right, and let's see if he can. He's just a little bit out of DRS range. It looks like he got the better drive of the two. So Ashwin is not going to have any DRS advantage. So we have a 5-second penalty issued for Shah 2224. And Nova West is back on. Okay, again, I'm sorry guys, I don't know what happened to my internet. It's been really acting up really weird, and I got dropped out. And to me, earlier when we were doing the qualifying session, it looked like Nova West was booted out of the session, but clearly not. It looks like I was booted out of the session, but I'm back. Alright, we have a battle brewing here between Jitu and Sensible. Alright, coming up, and it looks like Jitu's gonna have DRS advantage as well. Coming up, and you can see the car just completely, absolutely wanting to get out of line, but Jitu holding it masterfully. And he gets the better of the drive as well. Will he be able to take him into turn 1? No, the answer is no. But of course there's a lot more of this lap to go. Will he be able to get better drive into the smaller of the 2 straights, the Reta Aposta? Yes, and it looks like he's gonna take him into Descida del Lago, and no, Sensible is putting up a valiant fight, but yep, and he runs a little bit wide there. So it looks like Jitu came out the better between the two of them. Oh, and we see a bit of lag over there in my screen, but again, that could be my internet for you guys. And it looks like Jitu got the better of that battle, but of course we have 7 more laps to go. Let's see how it all turns out. It looks like Tariq Rahman again extremely comfortable in first position, about 7 seconds ahead of PXT. Dude, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna try and contact you on Discord or something and find out all your real names, because your gaming names are quite confusing. Pataka there, and it looks like Tariq passing a back marker. No surprises there. And looks like the rain is catching off the better. Let's go down the order and see what's what. PRX Flipper here, co-founder, Proximity League, not really showing the form of his other co-founder, but you can see the Mercedes there slipping and sliding and squirming its way past to try and get as much traction as possible. And as there you see, that is an example of how Junkao can catch you off guard. It looked like he carried a little too much speed down Marhulo, and they're completely messing up his line into Junkao, and then thereby his drive as well. Some of the cars were touching 330 kilometers per hour, but that was also in qualifying. But 321 is what I saw there on PRX Flippers chart. Not too shabby, if you ask me. All right. The thing about the rain, of course, though, it really tends to weed out the drivers, so it's really, really hard to battle in these conditions. You want to be as clean as possible and get to the finish line. But it looks like we have a battle, the battle between CH55 Max and Ashwin Lakwani here seems to be brewing. And of course, the battle for third spot is definitely quite something. It looks like we have somebody spun out, and there you go. That's Rajdeep Paul. Oh man, we just caught him at just I think the right moment, unfortunately, where he spun out. What looks to be just before the horseshoe corner. So yeah, that was the Reseda, the Lagos. It's a very, very tricky corner. You need to get into it slower than you actually think. It might seem quite fast, but it catches you off because the radius tightens as you go into that left-hander, and it really catches you off guard there. So it's very, very easy to overdrive the car right there. Now it looks like Ashwin is building a lead to CH55 Max. It looks like again he got caught out by Junkao, and I don't know if that was a glitch or if he got caught out, but it looks like Pataga there is getting into the pits. And what is he going to switch to? Of course, I'm guessing a fresh set of wets. Let's watch the pits. Now, unlike my internet connection, the pits here are reliable. Your pit crew is quite reliable. Or was that a drive-through penalty? I'm not really sure. I'm sorry, guys. I missed the first half of the race because of my internet connection. So I'm a little clueless, I have to admit. But anyways, let's get back into the action. But Rajdeep Paul there seems to have made a nice recovery and worked his way up into fourth position. Now Imran, oh, there you have it again. The Lago, the curve of the lake, is a very, very deceptive corner. It lures you in thinking you can take it a little faster than you think you can, but actually you need to take it a little slower than you think you can, because again the radius tightens up, and that is what catches most drivers off. And when I had my go today, just as a time trial for a couple of laps here, I got caught out in that corner so many times. The moment you touch that curb, it's going to spin you off. And of course, here in these slippery conditions, you want to avoid the curves like it's the plague. Sort of like the plague that we're in right now with the COVID-19 situation. But the positive side of it is we are seeing a huge spike in sim racing, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, now here, a battle going between Pataka and Imran Thunder. Imran Thunder, he was trying a different strategy. He was on mediums when he was doing his qualifying. But of course that doesn't really matter here because it's a wet race. And he gets brilliant drive off Imran. Will he be able to take him into C1? Of course, it's a much wide... C1 is a really, really wide corner, so you can take multiple lines into it, but then it tightens up, and getting that decisive line into the Senna S is really, really important, and it looks like Pataga pulling off Verstappen right there and getting the better of Imran Thunder. Brilliant move from Pataka. I'm really sorry, dude. I keep getting your names wrong. I'm really sorry to Ashwin Lakwani as well. I was using the bigger screen, and no excuses, but I wasn't wearing my glasses and my eyesight is quite bad, so it looked last week like Ashwini Lakwani, but it's actually Ashwin. Again, apologies due, and again I am going to apologize for the millionth time for my internet connection. But it looks like we have another yellow flag. It looks like somebody else has spun somewhere up there, but it looks like Ashwin Lakwani is comfortable in second position right there, and with just 3 laps to go, it seems to me like this is going to be the order that we finish the race in. But then again, Interlagos is known for pulling up some surprises. You never really know what can happen here. One mistake and you are off. Another sector, yellow flag in sector 2. As we enter sector 2, will we be able to catch the car that spun out? Hopefully not, but yep, yellow flags, which means that there is a car spun out. The yellow flags are off, which means the car is back on. And of course, we're not going for full damage here. So you can take some liberties, and it makes for better racing because the drivers can also recover after a spin, and we've seen quite a few of the spins already. Alright, looks like we have a little bit of a battle here between Rajdeep Paul and Imran Thunder. Let's try and follow and see if this amounts to anything as they make their way up to Horseshoe, an exciting corner that goes uphill, and you want to get as much drive as possible as you make your way onto SA and into the Pine Tree. Pinheirino, as it's known in Spanish. Again, super technical section. This is where the drivers that are better, that have better technical prowess, can really catch up. As Rajdeep Paul is going to pass a back marker, and Imran Thunder there braking aggressively. It all comes down to Junkao, because if you can break that 1 second barrier, which he has so far, if he can get better drive, he will have DRS advantage. Let's see if he can stick to under the 1 second barrier. It looks like he's going to do that. Will DRS make a difference? How much will he be able to gain on the start finish straight? Let's wait and watch. Whoa, looks like he broke a little too hard there, but managed to hold the line. Rajdeep Paul there, riding dangerously on the curbs there, my friend. In these slippery conditions, that is truly some expert driving. And as they make their way down to the curve of the lakes, very, very easy. There you go. Very, very easy to overdrive the car, but Imran Thunder held it there effortlessly. And as they make their way to the duckbill's lowest part of the circuit, looks like he's brought down the gap by 2 tenths, from 8 tenths to 6 tenths, now 5 tenths by about half a second. I'm sorry, that was the Pine Tree, and now this is the duckbill. A little hard to see the conditions here in rain conditions, but it's really cool how they have emulated the cameras, the raindrops, all of that stuff with sim racing. It's really great to see how much the sport in the electronic form has progressed over the last couple of years. Alright, it was down to 5 tenths, and he's pulling in. He's locked onto Rajdeep Paul's slipstream, and it's very, very clearly picking up the pace down to 4 tenths, 3 tenths. Will he make a dive bomb? No, thinks the better of it. Yep, that's smart driving from Imran Thunder right there. Taking it easy, going to set up his opponents. We have 2 more laps to go. After this, this is the penultimate lap. After this, we'll have the last lap. Brought it down to 3 tenths, but now it's up to 4 tenths. Getting a little bit of dirty air, braking hard into the curve of the lakes. Want to take it nice and easy. Yep, there you go, which means that he will have the better drive up to the Horseshoe, and you will see the time sort of tumble. Yep, from 3 tenths down to 2 tenths, back to 3 tenths. But he gained about a tenth right there. This is truly exciting stuff. Let's see if we can get a better camera angle on this. And now this is a downhill corner. Pinheirino, the Pine Tree. So it's quite difficult to gauge the right line. And will he be able to get him here at the duckbill? Not yet. Of course, now it's all about getting as much drive as possible into Merhulo. But what am I seeing? I see that I don't know if it was Tariq Rahman pitted, but it looks like Ashwin Lakhwani is in the lead, and this is going to come down to the wire, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to come down to the wire. This is the very last lap of race number 2, and let's see if Tariq will be able to take it from Ashwin. I'm not really sure what happened. I think Tariq pitted, or I don't know if he made a mistake. I think it was the commentator's curse if he made a mistake again, and I'm sorry for that, Tariq, in advance. But let's see if we can make up some time here. This is the most technical part of the circuit. It's the scope to gain as much time as possible. So let's see if he can get him in the last couple of corners. Ashwin Lakhwani then, brilliant drive. Absolutely, I believe he was in third the last week. Caught up with Ashwin, worked his way up to second, and he was about 11 seconds behind. So we will have to look at the replays, which should be up in a day or so on the Proximity eSports page, to see what is what. But it looks like, oh, Ashwin has made a mistake. He went a little too hard into Junkao, and Tariq loses it on the last bit. Got a little too eager there. He saw that Ashwin had made a mistake. And he said, that is my opportunity. And he tried his best to catch him. But of course, this is why Interlagos is so brutal. And there you have it, folks. Your race winner for the day, Ashwin Lakhwani. Brilliant drive from him. Tariq Rahman has been dethroned. It looks like that last corner just got the better of him. And I believe it was the comments Taters curse. CH55 Max, and they're in third place. Pataka, dude, again, very sorry for missing out your name, but yep, finishes 14 seconds behind CH55 Max. Rajdeep, Paul, and Imran Thunder, the gap came down to 0.3 of a second, and there you have Imran Thunder giving him a little nudge. Sign of some good sportsmanship right there, ladies and gentlemen. That was a really, really close gap right there. And then followed by SFR Sonic Hawk. It looks like Nova West DNF. I don't know if he got booted out or if he rage quit. Followed by Shah 2224, G244, Mayank, Sensible, Azim Clark. It looks like these two are still yet to finish. So it looks like G2 is in 9th in the McLaren, followed by Mayank 7799 in the Alfa Romeo, followed by Sensible, Azim Clark, Jackson Ginger. There you have it again. I love this. These guys are on the cooldown laps. They're obviously auto-driving, but I like the fact that the cars are just nudging each other. And Hydrous Acid in 15th. PRX Skinny, again, not showing his true colors in 16th. And there you have it, the end of the session. It was truly quite an exciting race, especially between the last bit of googly that the track threw at us with Tariq and Ashwin. Brilliant right there. I wish we had caught it a little bit earlier, but Tariq was so comfortable in the lead, and this is why Interlagos is so exciting, ladies and gentlemen. You never really know what the track throws at you. Well, there you have it, folks. A Red Bull, a Williams, and a Haas. Not something that you see every day, but of course anything is possible here with sim racing. So with that, let's go through the final order one last time before we end the stream for today. Again, 1,000 apologies. So we have Ashwin Lakwani in first, Tariq Rahman second, CH55 Max in the Haas in third, followed by Pataka, the Red Bull, Rajdeep Paul, Imran Thunder, and SFR Sonic Haas. A really tight battle between the two of them, between Rajdeep Paul and between Imran Thunder and Sonic Hawk. Then we have followed by Shah 2224 in 8th, G2 in 9th, Mayank in 10th, Nova West in 11th with a DNF, Sensible in 12th, Azim Clark in 13th, Jackson Ginger in 14th, followed by Anhydrous Acid in the McLaren in 15th, PRX Skinny in the Mercedes in 16th, not something you see every day, Imran Sherwani in the 17th, and Ace and the other guy, I'm sorry, I didn't catch it. This has not been my day, ladies and gentlemen, and I apologize for this. I was really looking forward to this race, but I just got completely caught out there by the glitchy internet. But there you have it, folks. A really exciting race there with at Interlagos. A lot of surprises. Again, a million apologies for the death of the stream. Someone in the middle, my internet glitched on me, but hopefully this all should be resolved by next week's F1 race. Tomorrow we have the GT Sport competition where Tariq is going to be commentating, and that should be exciting as well. We have the Group 3 cars at Laguna Seca. It's a reverse grid, so I think I should be starting somewhere around 10th, I believe. But anything can happen there as well. So with that, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to end the stream for today, and I shall see you next week. Bye-bye.